Hello, this is Professor Chicago Almos, and I'd like to talk today about how to learn conversational English. Learning English is important, but it's also kind of tough. I understand that. Even though I'm an experienced English teacher, ESL teacher, with an advanced degree in education, I myself have trouble learning languages. So I empathize with you and understand if you're having trouble. There's some tricks and techniques for learning English that I'd like to discuss with you. There's a kind of a list of them, but I'd like to go over some of the important ones. Probably one of the best ways is to get yourself a good friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, and spend a lot of time with that person, and have that person just help you and talk to them in English. Because people who have husbands and wives, for example, who know English, tend to learn English almost naturally. So that's one good way. Repetition is very good. That's why yapper.com, yappr.com is good, because you get to watch the videos over and over again, and rewind and repeat and so forth. So that's a very good way. I have a couple of videos on yapper.com. You can watch mine if you want, or somebody else's. Study groups are great, and those get together with some friends and chat. And going to things like, I've never been to Toastmasters, but I've heard it's pretty good, where the people give speeches. That might be good. You can come to my class in Chicago. It's free, in my social chat event from a meetup at meetup.com. You can search for ESL Chicago, and you can see my events there, and they're free, and you can meet people and form study groups and things like that. Also, songs could be good. You get yourself your iPhone or iPod and listen to the same song over and over again. Get a copy of the lyrics from the internet, and the more you listen, the more you learn. But repetition is good. And just get together with some friends that speak English and keep chatting, and that will help. But if you're focused and you repeat, it makes it a lot easier. Also, you might try to learn 5 new English words a day, and you try to use them in sentences. I hope this helped. Good luck. Good morning. This is Professor Chicago Almos and his world famous pet cat puppies. And we're going to talk today, at least I am, about how to learn English in one day. That's right. You can learn ESL, English conversation, in one day. I guarantee it. I promise you. But that's one day at a time. And you'll find that if you learn it one day at a time, in a systematic way, at the end of the year, you'll be pretty good at conversational English, especially if you start out at a relatively high level, which many of my students in Chicago do. They start out after they've taken the TOEFL test. Many of them are graduate students or professional people, but they still have some problems with conversational English. So the question is, how do you do it one day at a time? Well, first of all, if you can learn 10 new words a day, You can get lists from the internet of English words that are important. That'd be great. Save them into a tape recorder, write them in a sentence, try to use them during the day in conversation. There are books on improving your vocabulary. So words are power, and if you know them, you know how to pronounce them, it'll make your English conversation more interesting and more effective. Another way which I've been talking about is go to yapper.com, watch a video, do it 10 times every day, and then the next day get another video, and that will improve your English conversation tremendously, and you'll learn new words from that in addition. Also, try to initiate conversations during the day that you normally wouldn't do. Talk to people on a bus, in the library, at a store. Be friendly and chat, and that's a tremendous way to improve your English. Also, instead of buying a book, buy a tape. Listen to your favorite book, or the book you're going to read, your bestseller, or whatever it is, on a cassette tape or with your iPod, and then play that over and over again, or part of it, every day. These are tips that should help you, and before you know it, you'll be a good ESL English speaker. Thank you, and have a good day. Hello. Speak slow, loud, and clear. And make every word important. Exaggerate. This will help you be understood as a foreign speaker. Also, keep your sentences short. 1 or 2 ideas per sentence. Excuse me. This will help you be understood. You will know if you have a problem with your speech, because people will say all of the time when you talk to them, "What? Please repeat. What did you say? I don't understand you." If you hear this a lot, then you need to practice what I just suggested. This is Professor Chicago Almos. I teach a free speaking class for ESL students in Chicago. If you're interested in coming to my class, it's right now things change. It's on Michigan Avenue in a coffee shop at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. If you want to know the specifics, please email me, and you can do that through my blog here. You just click to the right and get to my blog, and there's a way to email me, or you can leave a message here for me to email you. I'll just click on your name and go to your blog and email you if that's what you want. My background is I have a master's degree in education. I've been teaching for many years. I now do videos for people to help people learn English. if you want some personal tips, my services at the moment are free, and you could contact me if you got a question. Maybe someday I'll charge for my services, and my vision is to charge a lot of money, so people from all around the world would fly in to Chicago for a weekend for a special workshop and speaking, and maybe I would charge a couple $1,000, which would be cheap if they would really be helped with their speaking. Well, please rate the video, 5 stars of course, and subscribe and leave a message, and I hope you improve your speaking. Thank you. Hello, this is Professor Chicago Almos, and I'd like to talk to you today about curse words. This is something that you're not going to learn in school, but you're going to hear it in everyday conversation, and you should know what these words mean, and you should know what not to say, or what not to even ask about. There's some very, very common ones, and it adds sort of pizzazz to language. I feel a little uncomfortable about doing a video about this, but that emphasizes the importance of it. Because if I feel uncomfortable talking about it, so do other teachers you might come in contact with, and in a school setting they're not going to be telling you. So, words that talk about bodily functions are generally words that you don't want to use. Curse words, they call them 4-letter words. For example, the word shit is a S-H-I-T is a word that which means, and you can look this one up, defecating, as very commonly used, like, oh shit, oh I don't give a shit. But it's something that you're not going to want to say in public, or at least in what they call mixed company, where you have men and women together. Another one is to do with intercourse, and this is one of my favorites and the most commonly used word, and that's fuck, F-U-C-K. You could say, I don't give a fuck, what the fuck, you're a fucking idiot. All these things related to the word fuck, and some people use it continuously. They almost carry out a conversation with the one word. It's an amazing word that could be a noun, a verb, an adjective. It can be used in many different ways. Another word is ass, which is your backside. And people will say, what an asshole, or kiss my ass. This is kind of common. So these are some examples of words to do with bodily functions. There's also body parts. You don't want to say dick, you'll say penis instead. You probably won't want to say tits, even though it refers to a female cow's breasts. You use the word breasts. Then there's also words that are related to other things you don't want to use. For example, you don't want to use the word nigger. That will get black people, African American people, very, very angry. You want to use, if you need to say it or refer to it, you would call it the N-word. So these are some of the things you might encounter. and I hope this is helpful. Thank you.